Tumble Sensei here today with a guideline on double saltos. Once an athlete or a trainer has achieved their first double salto and wants to progress on to harder skills, they can use this video as an outline. This progression will not be a tutorial, but rather an informative outline of the steps in going from the most basic of double saltos, the double tuck, to the hardest of double saltos, the double layout. All of gymnastics and tumbling is based in physics, and physics tells us that the bigger an object is, the more force we need to rotate it. A tuck position will rotate faster than a pike position, and a pike faster than a layout because of its relative size. So, therefore, the easiest double salto will start with the smallest body position, which is the double tuck. Let's watch a progression of double salto skills. Here is the double tuck. Notice the hands grabbing at the front of the shins. A performer may either grab behind the hamstrings or on top of the shins while performing the skill. Once an athlete has a proficient kick out or is able to extend their body into a layout position before the landing, they are then ready to place the double back on the floor and consequently move up to the next iteration, the double open. The double open is a version of the double tuck where the performer does not grab the legs during the flight phase. This specific skill requires great core and ab strength and may be learned after or before the double pike. The main reason for learning the salto is to prepare one for full twisting double saltos where an athlete will not be able to grab the legs, such as the full out, or where they will be open throughout the first flip before grabbing, such as in the full in back out. Next is the double pike. The pike is very similar to a tuck but with extended straight legs. Here the performer will have to grab either behind the hamstrings or behind the calves to hold the pike position as they rotate. Now some athletes do learn the double pike before the double open. There is no concrete rule stating otherwise. Next, the double puck, as it is colloquially known in gymnastics, is a mix between a pike and a tuck, but it is just a more exaggerated double open. The salto prepares athletes for the double layout when the athlete is not yet ready to commit for full hip extension in the double layout. In gymnastics, some would call this the double layout timer. It starts exactly the same way as a double layout, with the hips pushing forward on takeoff in an exaggerated motion, but crunches back in slightly to allow a faster rotation. Finally, when the athlete has mastered the double open, they can keep the hips extended and pushed forward in a tight arch position and perform the double layout. A general guideline I like to use when working double saltos is what is called the 9-to-1 rule. For every 9 base skills I perform, such as the double puck, one attempt at the skill being worked, the double layout, may be tried. This reduces the amount of unnecessary attempts and danger while allowing the athlete to still become stronger and focus on correct technique in the approach by performing a skill which they are already comfortable with. Thanks, have a great day, subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out my Instagram, and support me on Patreon.